What's up, YouTube? This video you're about to see is a video I made while waiting to get one project finished. Show you how I don't waste any time. There's never downtime. There's always something to do. My dad taught me if you're bored, it's only because you lack imagination. So I never find myself bored. I never find myself bored. There's always something to do. So while I was waiting for some parts to come in, I started on the project you're about to see. This is while we're still under quarantine. While a few weeks back, things are starting to open up now. Things are starting to open up now, but we don't know how long things are going to remain open because the situation is still very touchy. So, like I said before, stay encouraged, stay strengthened, stay strong. Realize that there's always things we can do to be constructive. Okay, enjoy the video. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you want to see next. It's just a video of me building a sub box for this particular car right here. Thinking about painting it and getting rid of this red. I don't know if I should get rid of the red or keep it. And I'm going to eventually get some rims too. So let me know what you want me to do. Should I keep the red accents or get rid of it because the car needs a paint job really bad. You can't really see it on a video, but it's in really poor shape. Okay. Okay, so I went to take the alternator to get checked. I went to several different places. Don't trust the advertising. I don't care what auto parts store they are from. Pep Boys, AutoZone, Advanced Auto. None of them had the machine, a working machine that could test my alternator. Until I finally found one AutoZone about 10 miles from where I live. And I was able to get it tested there. And it turns out that it is indeed bad. So I have to order a new one. Because I'm not paying. First of all, they didn't have an AC Delco at AutoZone. They only had Duralast, and I really wanted to get an AC Delco, so I'm just going to order it online and wait for it to come. In the meantime, need something to do. Not that I don't have enough, but I just want to do some work on the car. I saw a video the other day where a guy installed a 10-inch subwoofer right here. Installed a 10-inch subwoofer right there. Right in this area here. So what I'm doing is he actually bought a box that fit exactly. But like I said, I'm trying to do a budget, so I'm making my own box. Here is the template for it so far. It's a little off, so I have to probably redo it. We'll see what happens. Here's a 10-inch speaker I had laying around. See, it's quite dusty. I'm not sure if it even still works. It probably does. But we'll check that out. But so I'm gonna make a speaker box. And I have to buy an amp, unless I have one laying around, which I may or may not have. I'll take a look at that. So, make a cheap speaker box, because when I take the T-tops off, I really lose my bass. So I just wanted to up it a little bit. Like I said, I'm not doing anything big, nothing crazy, just a little something to increase the sound a wee bit for when I take the T-tops off. All right, talk to you soon. What's up, guys? Okay, so as you saw yesterday, I'm building a speaker box. Here's an old one I built. You can see it's pretty raggedy, pretty beat up. Built it many years ago. I was going to try to reuse it. I had two of them. I was trying to use it. I was cutting this up to make it work in that area, and it actually fit pretty good. However, there are some differences, which it'll just be better for me to make a fresh box. I had plywood laying around for another project that I was going to do, and I was able to manage it without using this wood. So I couldn't take it back because I had it cut before I left to make it easier to carry, because I was absolutely sure I was going to use it. And so now, instead of letting it go to waste, I will use it to make a box, among other things. Well, like I mentioned, here's the template I used to come kind of close to what I was looking for that would fit into that area. Now what we're going to do is, this is what I started building from an old box that I had made. Old speaker box I cut apart. I'm going to reuse the speaker. This speaker actually has a little hole in it, but we're not using that speaker, so we're fine. I had made 2 boxes. I was going to try and retrofit this one, which was actually coming pretty close, but I just decided I might as well make a fresh box. Alright, so I went out and measured. We're going to see how that works out. Looks like I can go back about 10 inches in some areas. I think we're safe with 10 inches in depth. It's going to be quite a weird looking box, but we'll make it work. Alright, let's keep it going. Okay, let's see, get this circumference. So here's the box so far. Craziest looking box I've ever seen in my life. Let's see if it works. A ton of liquid nail on it. Just want to keep it from vibrating. Could probably live in this thing. It's so heavy duty. Use 3/4 inch plywood, but I had laying around. I know they use that dense board usually, but hey, we see. Had to make all these crazy contour cuts just to get the fit into the. I know it looks really rough right now, but I'm going to polish it off and make it look nice. Don't worry about it. It looks crazy, but the thing is, how is it going to sound? All of this just to stick a little speaker in a really tight spot. Crazy. Okay, well, while I was sanding down my box, getting it nice and smooth, which it is getting there, my sander broke. So, I had to run out, get another piece. I don't have a Ryobi sander, but they said this is universal, so hopefully this sanding pad, backup pad, will work. Okay, see you in a little bit. Do a little tool repair. Okay, folks, so here we are, partially wrapped up box. This you're never going to see, but I just figured I'd wrap it anyway. And I'm going to wrap the face of it with some spare headliner that I had laying around from a previous project. So we're going to wrap the face with that, which you will see. And none of this you will see unless I pull the box out, but I want it neat just in case. You never know. Alright, so here we go. Finish wrapping the box. It figures every time I turn my camera on, since I'm still using my phone, I haven't reached the level of YouTubing that others have where they were able to buy a dedicated camera. I have not made 1 penny off of YouTube. It's just for fun. And so I'm not going to invest in, at least not right now, a camera when I have a project to finish. But every time I start it up, I get a text message or something. Initially I used this stuff here because I had it left over from a project on my truck where I had to glue something back together, and that can emptied out. It did not complete the entire job, so I had to buy some more spray adhesive. It's the least expensive I can find, and it's more than capable, I'm sure, to do what I need to have done. Should have a mask on, but I'm so sick of wearing a mask due to this COVID-19 that I'll just hold my breath. This is what you will see, just the face when it's in the car, minus the sawdust. Okay, so we're getting there. Gotta fix this. I'll work on that now. All right. Okay, so my speaker box is done. Here it is in place. Speaker is going to go in here like so. And now we're going to get set up for the amp, which I'm going to put, I guess, right here. I have no other choice, because I can't put it in here where I would like to put it, because my T-tops go here. And I'm going to see if I'm able to do an ISO or clamp setup for the speakers without getting the T-tops in the way. It doesn't look like I'll make it, but we'll give it a shot. Alright, so here we go. Let's mount the amp up, and then we'll do the rest of the stuff later. I want to keep my spare tire, you just never know, so I'm not going to put the amp in here, which I would normally do. Oh, I might need somewhere to put my NOS system when I get that. Alright, so we have to rip this wood down because we're going to use it as a base to strap the amp to. And here's the bracket that would have gone here. I just have to see if I have the bolt for it. Looks like I do. Box of extra bolts here. Thoughtzz. This is what we're going to use to bolt it down. It's a normal body bolt that come off of this car. Now we just have to figure out where to drill the holes. A little bit of mathematics. Good. So what we're going to do here is attach, we're going to attach this wood to the body of the car via these clips. These areas here. I'm going to attach it to where these hooks originally were. Hooks right there. Right there. I still have the bolts. I never put the hooks back in. I'm going to use those bolts to attach the wood to the body of the car, thereby stabilizing the end. Okay, so let's see. Okay guys, so what we're going to do here is we're going to make a wire out of old jumper cables. So we have some old jumper cables here. We're going to use this as, I don't need these jumper cables anymore because there was a slight accident at Dr. Pete's house where we almost set his garage on fire. I'm not going to say what happened, but as a result of that, I acquired a new set of cables. So now I'm going to use these cheap cables for my amp. This is all about saving money. So babe, don't leave it there. Put it back here in the driveway. Oh, okay. What you gonna do? So what we've done so far is we've put this wire in this hole right here. I'm not sure if you can see it. This wire is going through this hole, through a grommet into the body of the car, and we're going to run it back to the amp, and we're going to run it back through here, attach it to the battery, and now we have our amp wire. We had to move the computer out the way in order to get to it, just made the job a little bit easier, and see as we get some more work done. Okay guys, so we got it done. Amp is set up. I'm really not sure what I have this connected to. That's the remote switch to turn the amp on. I think I got it right and it's working and it's cutting on and off, but I have it hooked up to one of the wires on the amp, and it seems to be working. So we'll see how that works out. I have no shorts, everything's fused, so I'm not worrying about it too much. Here's the box that I made, installed. Looks pretty good. I mean, the speaker's old and shoddy. It's an old speaker that I had for quite some time. But it sounds pretty good so far. Alright, so the speaker that I made is in a bad place. Being that it's in the trunk, so I want to cover it with something just to keep it a little bit safe. I had these old grills from some old speakers I had, but they're in pretty poor condition, so I'm going to refurbish them. And I'm going to put a little SS logo on here that I made myself. My own little... I made my own stencil. I have to figure out how I'm going to cut this out and then place it on here so I can paint it. Let's give it a shot, see what happens. Okay, and like I said, this is just as a safety precaution to keep from putting a hole in my brand new subwoofer that I made. I have an extra speaker, but if I don't have to use it, I'm not going to. Talk to you soon. Well, they don't look half bad. I just got to figure out how to make them stick to the grill, and it might work out. I'm gonna give it a test shot right now. Let's see how it works. When there's a will, there's a way. So I have these bolts holding down the paper because there is no tape or sticky on them. I think I have them positioned exactly where they will not get in the way. Should be enough to hold the paper down while I spray it, and I guess we'll see. Alright, let me go get the tripod. This might be interesting to watch. Baby? Okay guys, this is the third and final coat. After this we're going to clear it. Hopefully it came out okay. You will see how my homemade stencils worked out. Okay, let's go. Looks good. Okay, so I had to do a little remasking because the way the grid laid out on the I didn't take into account how the grid lays out. So unfortunately, some of what I would have liked to see, the lines that what you need in order for the SS to look right, were in the gaps of the grid. So I had to make some adjustments. I used the existing platform that I already put down, and I'm just adding to it. We're going to see how it comes out. All right, see you in a little bit. Okay, so it looks like it came out pretty good. That's the grid we're going to put in the car. I'll give you a picture when it's all said and done.